Hey guys, Rick Shaw here, 24th of September 2021, and I just wanted to show you these things again. I bought them. I'm not a salesman for these. I don't get a dime, but I'm telling you what, we really like them. Their use on the stove is absolutely fantastic. We're definitely, I'm telling you, we're saving propane because we can put the fire down a lot more. Keeps the wind from blowing it off. One of the bonuses that we had from these cheap ones, they're 39 pesos on Lazada. They don't let the pan slide around on the stove, so that we had a problem with that, and we were worried about having to turn the handles to the back so the kids wouldn't knock anything hot down on them, because some of the pans I had were very slippery. Well, this holds them in, a lot of friction on them, holds them in good. But last night I was cooking in there, and I was using some ghee. And the other thing that really is nice about them, you can angle your pot. We had some porkers that were, they lift funny, and they weren't cooking as good, and I like to make sure that's cooked real good. Well, what you can do is you can put the part that's sitting up a little bit in the corner of the pan, and then slide the pan over on it so that there's more of the ghee on it, so that it kind of like deep fries it a little bit. I'm telling you, they're fantastic. Now, we bought them on Lazada, 39 pesos each, and I had a free shipping thing. So I bought one to try it, and then I wound up buying 3 more. But when I was looking before, they had a small one for our small burner in the back, and for my wife's little rice pot. She doesn't use the electric rice cooker. She uses a little small pot we have with a lid, and that's her deal. That's cool. Well, now I go on Lazada looking for that, and I can't find the small one. It just is ridiculous. I was searching this morning early because I want to get a small one or two, because we have a small burner on our outside cooker and one on the inside, so I wanted to get a couple of them to have. We have problems with the outside cooker with the wind for sure. You can't use it. You basically can't use it unless we set it down on the ground in the corner, against the wall. So that's a problem. But I'll keep looking. I hope I can find it. No matter what I put in there, they have, when you're looking on Lazada as a foreigner, it's tough, because what we call things is different than what they call it. When I found the big one, they call it a stove cover. Well, when I think of stove cover, I think of something that's going to cover the entire stove, or something for outside to keep the rain off. But they call it a stove cover. That's the only way you're going to find it. So that's just the English and Filipinos English. So know something like that. But we're having a kind of a cloudy day today. It's cool this morning. Out on the walk, it was warm shirt and nice though. We were liking it. We got kids, we've been going out and watching the moon rises and stuff like that, getting some beautiful big moons and the way they light up the clouds. Kids and I, we've been doing a lot of evening walks. They're really enjoying that and liking it. And yeah, I like to get out there with them. They really like to race around that circle now. That's their new big thing. And keeping them in good shape. We got to get them out and get them in fresh air and even the sunshine. I hope that they start having schools where the kids can go. That's just something they need to get out. We're still looking for another tutor here for the Tagalog. Hope we find somebody soon. We got our feelers out, talking to everybody we can, and we'll find somebody. The girl, we got spoiled on the girl from Carmona because she was just such an excellent teacher. She's cut out for it. That's basically all there is to it. Not everybody's cut out to teach. I remember when I was in the electrical trade, I was really good at it, of teaching people. I think that's one of the reasons I moved up. There's some people that just aren't. They holler, they bitch, and that shuts people down. You can't do that. You just can't do that. You can't be stern. You have to make learning fun, or there's no learning. Now I know Yeah. No, they're loving the Tim game. Tropical Tim brought that for the kids when he came the one time with his sweetheart, and they used the living heck out of that game. We even use it inside the house, and he's setting it up again. He's getting really good at it. Maddie's really getting good at tossing these things. Me, I toss them overhand. I can throw 8 of them in a row right through the hole from most distances, but they toss it underhand. But they're having fun with it. They come out and set this up, I'm telling you guys, daily. Tim, thanks so much for that. That was one of the best gifts for the kids, because it gets them involved. They're throwing stuff. And there's my little guy. See, he's doing the overhand like old dad, huh? Hey, there you go. He's my little buddy. He's the one that wants to do all the athletic stuff with me. And he can outrun me, that's for sure. But it's a lot of fun, and the bike riding, he's always got to be the fastest one. And we just have a blast. They want to go for a motorcycle ride, and hopefully before it rains, we'll get that. See, there's a guy welding up there. No glasses. They don't use glasses here, guys. But here's my little Dolly. Good morning.
Can you go for a motorcycle?
Yeah, we're gonna go for one in a little bit. Yeah.
Upload.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit. I'm gonna upload it first, but don't know. It's 2 weeks on the ban from the YouTube, and I'll say it again. Some places can put out whatever they want. I don't know why, and when I do it, they block me. I'm not understanding that, but that's the way she goes. I had done a video on this Joe guy, I guess his name's Brian something, Buchanan or something like that. And somebody that knew him left a comment. You can look in the comments on that. And they said, oh, he's a good dude and all this. But I'm just going on what he put on his own vlogs. What he put on there himself. Okay, buddy. So, any of this kind of stuff I put on there, take it with a grain of salt. Look at it yourself. Look into it, and you make your own judgment. And the one fella that said, he knows him personally, and this one girl was his wife. Well, why did he say they were 17? Why did he do that? That just seems kind of odd. Seems very odd. And then watching his video from, I think it was 2019, where he only had so many months to live, and that's a bummer. I hope that's not the case. I hope the guy's doing all right. I did see on there on the video on his birthday, he's like a year older than me. And I hope he's not sick and don't have just a short amount of time to live. That would kind of suck for anybody, especially when you know. So, but take all this with a grain of salt. Look at it yourself, and that's just the way it should be anyway. But we're on this channel right now. Hope it stays. I get a computer in here. I'll do Odyssey, BitChute, and Rumble. I believe it's Rumble. And I see a lot of channels I really like. Go to different ones. I love to watch the trucker dude, One Trucker's Wisdom, and he went to Twitch, and that's just a bummer. And then I saw British Biker, who I really like. He's on Rumble, but there's not that many. You don't get as many people as you do on YouTube. YouTube's the big one, and it's a shame that they're all red down there. And they got these fact checkers that selectively facts whatever the heck they want, or fact check. That's what they call it. And the stuff they fact check anything you mention. They put these things up, or they block it completely. They don't, and they won't tell you why. If you question them as to why, even when you have it reviewed, and you question them, why is this like this? Nobody comes back and answers you. They just won't tell you. They just block you. And that to me is just ridiculous. I would like to know exactly at the point in the video where I said something wrong, so that I don't do it again. It's a learning thing. They don't want you to learn. They want to just block you. They see something they don't like, and they're going to just keep looking and looking and looking until they take your channel down. And that's just, to me, that's so petty and childish, but look at the guy who, like the one who runs Facebook, the toe-headed dude, what a simp looking dude. He's still got his mommy cutting his hair, I don't know if they put a bowl on his head and shave his head. Just a really weirded out kind of guy. He looks like that Jen Psaki. I did see some memes on there where they show his face reverting into her over about 6 or 8 pictures, and I'm telling you, I wonder if they're using him in 2 capacities. These folks are just going way overboard. There's something going on with this thing that they're doing. I just saw a thing. I'll use the Star Trek analogy so they don't get me, but they have the phasers, the little phaser guns that they use that they can set on stun or kill or like that. But these phasers that they have on Star Trek, and that's my little Quatrain guys. Most of the people in Congress all own stock in that company. So yeah, I'll hold it for you. Yeah, here they go again. We're gonna do a sit down one. They're learning. You got to teach them how to throw. You have to teach them how to do all these kind of things. Not just book learning. Like Maddie, he's doing running, and I got him so he's not stomping his feet so hard on the ground. Try to be lighter footed, and I told him run around the circle, and we'll time it. I have a timer on my watch. We had a line we started, and I said run like you just regular run, stomp, and he stomped through there, did it in 10 seconds. Well, I said, now I want you to run around the circle, but try to be as quiet as you can. Don't stomp the ground really hard. And he cut a second off his time. So they don't know. They have to be taught that and shown. And when I was young, I was a pretty good athlete and played every sport. Wrestled, basketball, football, baseball. Excelled in all of it. Loved it. Just loved to play sports, and I want these kids to do it. You don't see them here. There's like no baseball. You don't see baseball, I guess, because the land's expensive. They did build a baseball field in Carmona, but nobody's allowed to use it. It's across from the isolation center that they started building 2 years before this thing started happening in the country. So it makes you think. But they don't have that. Football, I have a real nice football here. I bought it actually here at one of the stores we were in. Tim and I were tossing it when he was here. I love to toss the football, but most folks don't know how to throw one here because they're not brought up with it. They don't have it. So there is basketball, but a lot of these basketball courts, you can't really use them. They're all fenced in, and there's 2 basketball courts right up here at the end of our development. I've never seen anybody using the one that's for the barangay. Never seen anyone in there. The other one I saw one time since May, them using it. And we walk every day. We're over that way every day, 2-3 times. We go for walks, bike rides, motorcycle rides, and we always zip up and down. The kids like to go up by the guard shack. So we zig and zag up through the streets and stuff. Never seen them using the one. It's a nice one. So, but we do have one of the neighbors put up one of those portable things, and he's always out there shooting baskets and stuff. I'd like to get up there. We have a smaller basketball for the kids that they can use. You can't start them out with just a big one, because then they learn bad habits on shooting the ball. So got them a smaller one, and that way they'll learn the proper technique. Now me, when it comes to basketball, baseball, and football, I can use either hand, right or left. Not as good with my left on, like a football or anything, but can do it. But when it comes to basketball, I'm way better shooting with my left hand than my right. Hook shot for the right and a regular jump shot for the left. Don't know why. Maybe that just tells you what kind of brain I got. It's discombobulated. But Tim, I'm telling you, I just put this on here today. I don't always put it up, but this is what they do. they play with that dang thing, buddy, every day. I sure do appreciate you sending it along, bringing it to them. That's one of the games they like. And if I put it behind, or Mama puts it behind the cupboard, they're digging it out. That's the one thing they really like. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. It's a nice day. We're getting started today. Slow start because the kids want to go for a bike ride, take them for their motorcycle ride, and we just go nice and easy in the development here. I don't take them out on the street. Dorothy's the only one. The law here is, guys, when you're on a motorcycle, if the kid can reach around your body, they're able to ride. So Dorothy can. I could take her up to the store on the bike, but I don't really want to get them out in this traffic right now. You know, there's certain times I could, like if I want to ride down to the store going towards Padre Garcia. There are certain times where there's not a lot of traffic, but so many times you'll see a tricycle on the side of the street. And I'm not kidding you guys, they just pull out. They do not look. It's like, it's, you know, where I come from, you look twice. And these guys, they just don't. They own the road and they just hit the gas and go. And if you're on a bike and you hit them, they're not going to get hurt. You're gonna go down or get bruised up pretty good. And it's a regular, it's a daily thing. It's not like it's something that happens every now and again. It happens every time we ride. So I don't know why they ride like that. You know, self-preservation you think would take over, but they know you're going to stop. And it's, wow, he's loud. It seems like the bigger one pays the bill if you get in an accident. The bigger vehicle, you know, it's crazy. So that's the way she goes. So beautiful day. We're starting to clear up a little bit over there. Beautiful breeze. You can see in the grass there. There's this house here going to start. They got so many houses here that are getting ready to start. Like I said, though, I don't know for sure, but I'll have to have my wife ask the foreman over here. He's been busy. He seems to really be watching his workers good. He's the guy who worked when we were at our house. So, and we've been seeing some of the neighbors. They're coming in and checking on their house. They must be close by. Oh, don't cry. Quit being a sissy. They're coming and looking, which is nice. I wanted to do that when this place was being built. I wanted to be here on a regular basis. I tried to get my wife to move this way, and she just didn't want to do it. So we wound up with some troubles. You get a house built by somebody, be there. Be there if you can. Be there daily if you can. And watch them. I would even recommend you being like the superintendent to make sure let them guys do what they know how to do, but watch them. You know, watch them. I would rather see the electric in that orange plastic tubing like this here instead of Smurf tube. I'll show you this on this house. Okay, I don't know where they're going with this, but see, there's nice big pipes right there. Now that could be water drain line, something like that. But I'd like to see, instead of it being in the concrete close to the edge of the wall, I'd like to see it inside of a cell, and then have it that way. Our problem with our electric right now, we have it run through there. It's in Smurf tube, and you can't get anything pulled out. Even when I go to one of the first junction box, when the guys were doing this stuff up here, they had to put that line there because we couldn't get the wire pulled out. It gets pinched in there, and it's not good. So that's something I'd like to see. If I did a place again, I think I'd like to get some benders and use EMT. I'd love to see copper here to help clean the water, but you don't, I've never seen anywhere copper tubing. They might use it in the big buildings down in Manila. I'm seriously thinking they would instead of plastic because of fire codes and such, but copper would be the way I would want to go if I do another place. I do have a design for a house I want to build. Kind of like my last retirement house when these kids get big, if I'm given that much time. And it would all be one floor, no steps anywhere. except getting into the house. Put it up a little bit to keep the water out. We don't have problems with water drainage in this place. We didn't have it in Carmona, but there's places that flood, guys. You have to look into that. When I was over at the Robinsons in, I can't think of the name of the town. It's past Binion. And that place right there, they built this big development with tons and tons of little connected like row houses, and it floods. Those people get inside of their house, they've got a foot and a half of water. People got sandbags up all the time, and it's a constant thing. Every time it rains, it's right on the water, and it floods. It floods all the way almost up to the mall, out into the road. You have to slow down real slow just to go through it. So, you know, make sure you check into that when you're finding a lot. We actually found one down in, hey, pick these up, guys. Don't leave them in the street. Maddie, don't instigate. But we found a place down in Mindoro that we really liked, and we were looking at a piece of land, and we went up there one time after a big rain, and there was a huge area of it was flooded. It just, it didn't look like there was any water around, but before you know it, there was like a little lake or pond, you might say, and it went all the way up onto the land, almost to the end. 3/4 of it was underwater. Yeah.
So I can run around.
Yeah. So, all right, it's starting to get long again, and didn't have any water this morning again for a shower. You know, so it's Tabo Tom in exile. And this is The Guy Is Out.